Welcome back to another video. Welcome back. It's good to see you, and thank you for watching my videos. I want to tell you guys that off the back, I do appreciate the views. Can I be candid with you guys? Like, I just had a birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, so I am an October girl. Libras. If you know anything about Libras, we are, first of all, Libra is governed by the planet Venus. And the planet Venus is in charge of love and relationship. So, hence why Libras are lovable. Also, my middle name is Amanda, right, guys? So, hence why a fun fact, lovable styles. So, Amanda also means to be worthy of love, lovable. And I am a Libra who's governed by the planet of love. That's where the birth of lovable styles became a thing. Right. So it was my birthday this past week. I really didn't get to do all that I wanted to do. But, you know, sometimes we have to give and take in life. Life can be so, I don't know, it can be so unexpected at times. You know, when we were younger and we would see adults adulting, I'm sure we never did really think or even could even fathom what they were going through, right? It's so hard to be an adult. It's so hard. Sometimes I wish I can be a child all over again. Of course, with the wisdom and the mindset that I have now. But yeah, you know, adulting is hard. So, like I said, it was my past birthday. I had to give and take. Babysitting is definitely an issue for me or us, my husband and I. We need, we don't have the luxury of having, you know, the assistance with our children. So for the most part, we have to really just kind of rally around. You know, of course, date night is very important because that's very important, guys. You know, you have your person, keep dating that individual. You don't want it to get boring. Keep it spice, keep it going, keep the flame burning. You want that relationship for just, you know, just vibe, to just, you know, skip and tool. All right, but yeah. So it was I don't want to sound ungrateful. Like, I'm grateful for life, and I'm grateful to be able to see another age and to spend it with my loved ones, because there's many people out there, or many persons out there that may not have loved ones to share with, including children, husband, mom, sister, brother. So I have that. And so I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I'm very grateful, you know, because God is love, and God always does not give us more than we can bear, right? It didn't pan out 100% the way I liked it, but I have life, so I'm more than grateful, right? So, fast forward, it was just a hectic day. Like, I was trying to get some things in as far as, like, you know, doctor appointments scheduled for myself, for my husband, for the children. So, you know, all that stuff can just be womp womp. So it's a very overwhelmed day. And also, since I've had my last child, you know, guys or girls, I should say, have your children them early, like in your 20s. I mean, don't get me wrong. Get your education, get stable. You don't want to just have your children with just anybody, just, you know, just have children's sake. So of course, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, try to get it done before your 30s, because when you do it in your 30s, boy, all what can go wrong, go wrong. You hear me? All kind of pressure, issue, this issue, that issue. So my youngest is 2, and I'm still trying to get my body overall back to my healthy weight, and some other stuff, right? So going to the doctor today, and we're refocusing on what I need to focus on, and kind of highlighting, you know, the severity of things. So yeah, all that said in a nutshell, it was a day. So I just, wanted to be candid, wanted to share, but that's definitely not what the video is about. Um, we want to talk about accountability, guys. Oh my goodness. We can talk about accountability in so many ways. What does it mean? How, different forms of accountability, but this word, I feel today's society has no understanding of what it is. We tend to shift blame. We do things without acknowledging that we've done it. And even if it is brought to our attention that we done it, so many individuals are now with so many narcissistic qualities, narcissistic personalities, that they're incapable of even understanding what it means to take accountability, right? So, and this can be so dangerous. I know it sounds very simple, but if people, say in a particular situation, you don't take accountability, you're not acknowledging what is wrong, what needs to be changed, and what's in danger, right? So then, of course, that can be chaos. So, what I really wanted to touch on is we can see lack of having accountability in like different forms of mental health illness. So that can be really hard. That's a real dense situation, because if this person is incapable of really seeing their true selves, seeing who they are, seeing the actions that they take in the past that affect others, and even just overall acknowledging it, then they're not gonna take accountability. They can't. They won't. They don't even they wouldn't even be able to take the first step, which would be acknowledging that something is wrong, much less to take accountability and to say, hey, I was wrong. I did this, this, and this, and this. I shouldn't have done that. And like I said, more and more in today's society, we're seeing this, and it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary because people will hurt you. As hurt people, right? And I know this saying is so cliche, as people are like, oh, what do you mean hurt people? Hurt people, da 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 da. But in reality, yes, hurt people do hurt people, and that hurt individual probably not even aware that they are so hurt, full of traumas, full of whatever it is that they got going on. It could be a mental illness, or maybe it's not. It just means this person just haven't done a lot of self-reflecting. And oh yes, self-reflect. A moment of silence. For the life of me, I don't understand why it is so hard for one to self-reflect. Mighty goodness, mighty God. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all do things that fall short of the glory of the God. It says it in the Bible, right? So with that being said and done, it also said that the heart of man is wicked, right? Mankind, woman, male, it doesn't, the heart of mankind is wicked. So we know that we're not perfect. We're not perfect beings. We're human beings, but we're not perfect beings. We fall short of glory of the God, right? So why we're unable to self-reflect, especially if you have multiple individuals, either they know each other, they don't know each other, but you've heard whatever the complaint is about your offense. Why wouldn't you take the time to look within the complaint, comb through it, and see if there's any truth? 9 times out of 10, If you're truthful to yourself, you will realize that I indeed need to change. I indeed need to take accountability of my actions. I indeed offended others. I indeed will make a difference when I do the opposite. So that's where it starts. We need to learn to self-reflect. Self-reflect. Look within oneself. And I know it may sound easy because there's some people, say for instance, a narcissistic personality. It is literally physically painful for them to admit fault. Within their mind, they have done nothing wrong. They're perfect. How dare you say I am not perfect? How dare you find fault in what I do? How dare you reject me? So there's no way that individual there is going to find anything wrong, much less for self-reflect and say, possibly I am wrong. There's a possibility I may have, offended. And you know what I've experienced? Sometimes they, because I've dealt with a couple, people with different personalities, including narcissistic personalities. Because I am an observer. I observe from I was a kid. And then when I come to understand my sign as a Libra, we observe. We observe even more than we talk. Always they say, the little saying where they say empty barrel make the most noise. Like it really holds weight. You see, when you sit in a class and you're taking in that knowledge of the professor, of the teacher, of the instructor, of the counselor, it's embedded it up here. As opposed to you feel you already know everything, you're not going to take in as much as the individual that's really just observing, ask questions after, of course, for clarification, but you all being observant is key. Is key to even understanding new relationships. Is key to even understanding the people in your life. Is key to understanding your children. Is key to understanding. You ever hear a saying where they say you read the room? Like how many others go into a group of people and then just start taking over the conversation, and you're looking at this person like, what is wrong with them? Like, either they off topic or they change the narrative of the conversation or whatever. They did not read that room. So it's very important to be observant, to observe, so that you can take in the knowledge, take in the observation, analyze it, and also, if it's something to understand, if it's something to interject at that moment or move on from the situation. But yes, like I was saying, accountability, let's take it back there. How about more recently, in the TikTok surroundings, right? The social medias, more so TikTok. In different realms or different culture, I won't say the name in particular, but you guys must know, there's a lot of enabling going on, and the enabling for these type of influencers are getting from bad to worse. Worse to the point that they are even starting to self-destruct. And half of this can be shaved down if they could have, or if they're able to, or if they even take the time to self-reflect and then take accountability of whatever it is getting from bad to worse. And it's not just TikTok, it's just overall. Because for us to be able to see it on TikTok, this is real life, right? So, because TikTok individuals also live in the real world. So if they're portraying these type of behavior, this is their real world behavior as well, right? So it's just that we're now seeing it on a platform, on a full display, to pick and choose to say so and so is this way, that way, or we're just seeing it all played out in front of our eyes on our phone screen, right? But it still boils down to the fact that, you know, it's so sad. It's so sad. And I've always been, and I think I've told you this before in a video where I grew up being the black sheep. Um, I've literally had family members feel like, you know, they know me, but in reality, they didn't know me. And it was more so because I was very quiet. From I was a baby, I've been very quiet. My grandma would tell you that you wouldn't even know that I needed a diaper change or I was hungry because I wouldn't even make a. So I've just always been a quiet individual where, you know, fast forward, I always read the room, observe, and kind of take things apart. I love to analyze. I love to understand, right? Part of accountability, or another form of accountability I would like to dibble and dabble in, it is definitely not the least. You know, having discernment, and I know I touched on that a little earlier. Many get into relationships, and that relationship may have its challenges because there's no perfect relationship. So let's just get that out there. No relationship is perfect. As you know, as my grandma always said, teeth and tongue will always meet, right? So it's a Jamaican folktale or saying that regardless of what, you're going to have arguments. And so the relationship is two individuals, two separate backgrounds, two separate everything, two separate traumas, two separate walk of life come together, become as one, as the Bible said, right? So there's times where we're going to have disagreement. You're not going to always agree with what your partner say. They're going to do things that upset you. We're not talking about those type of challenges in a relationship. Severe challenges, if whether it's cheating, whether it's lack of spending time with the person, whether it's financial issues, whether it's disrespect, whether it's abuse, whatever, those advanced situations that are not working in a relationship. And a person tend to stay in it, right? And they stay in this relationship 6 years gone by, 6 years gone by, 10 years gone by, 20 years gone by. And these individuals part for whatever reason, they finally part. And then you look at this person, you said, this person wasted your life, or this person caused this to happen or caused that to happen. At some point or somewhere in that explanation or analyzing of the ordeal. And I say this because no one hold a gun to your head. And I'm not speaking per se even physical, because that's a whole nother psychological aspect. Some people may be connected because, you know, like I said, that's a whole nother ball game. You know, they may not, they want to leave, but they can't leave. Those are real life situations, real psychological factors that will make that abused individual not leave that relationship, apart from being afraid, right? So we're not speaking of that. But if it's none of that, but yet at the same time, you won't leave, but you won't leave, or you did leave, finally leave, and you're complaining that this person wasted your life. We have to take accountability. In a sense, you played a part in spending the time there, the forgiving, the overlooking, whatever may be the situation. You played a role. you played a role in the story. And there's times where you would have to cut your losses and move on, and you didn't. So you let it fester and fester and time go on, because time waits for no one. Time waits for no one. Time is, especially in today's society, time is moving. You know, it says in Revelations how the last days, time will keep moving and moving and moving. It will just move fast. If you notice, once the week started, it's already ended, right? And we're here sitting here trying to figure out or try to understand, where did the time go so fast, right? So put it all up in a nutshell. The years are moving fast. It was just January, right? By the time we quit, it's going to be December, Christmas, and we're into the new year of 2025. So time waits for no one. So you have to take accountability in the factor that you played, or the role that you played, of staying in that situation, right? And you have to see why, or try to get to the source of why you stayed in that situation. Did you fear losing that individual? Did you fear, or did you have shame? Whatever may the situation be, but you have to take accountability, because when you take accountability, then comes the change. And this is what we strive for in life. Change is constant. Change is the only thing that we cannot avoid. Life itself goes through changes. Your life itself goes through changes. We as human, we develop, we change. If you look back then, the generation was a little bit more laid back, timid. This generation, or even, I wouldn't even say laid back, timid. I would be more so, like punk rock. They were just very different as opposed to today's society. They're a little bit more aggressive. They're a little bit more, what I should say, ready for the world that we have today, because the world that we had 20, 30 years ago is not the world that we have today. And and what's funny, I read somewhere that, we have auras, right? Everyone has an aura. Your aura can change despite whatever you're going through, your trauma, your situation, your lifespan, whatever. But we're born with auras. We have auras. They said that today's generation is being born with more of indigo aura, which each color has a definition, and it's more aggressive. And I definitely see that. My 2-year-old, she's a gangster. That's all I can say. She's a gangster. Whole different ball game from my 14-year-old. Different, of course, every child is different, but I'm just saying, the generations has shifted, right? So before we wrap it all up, it's very important to take accountability. First of all, self-reflect, look within yourself. If you're the common denominator in, whatever the situation you're comparing, maybe they're saying that you're selfish, and you're at work and you did something and you overheard, or maybe they even came to you straightforward, and the coworker is saying that you're selfish. Your family member at home saying that you're selfish. Your friends are saying that you're selfish. You're the common denominator. So we're gonna have to take the initiative to look within ourselves and say, why are they saying this? Why everywhere I go, this is what I get. This is the feedback that I get. What can I change? What can I, make amends? What can I take accountability of? What, in order to be a better person? And this will indeed change you, change the people around you, change how the people around you perceive you. Of course, we don't get up every day just caring what people think of us, or I shouldn't say that, because we should care. We should care in a sense that we're respected, or we see it from a respective point of view, that people respect you, in your society, in your home, in your, whatever it is, your workplace. But you still can't live your life off of people's expectation. but it's important to self-reflect. Self-reflect, people. Look within yourself. See what can be changed or what can, enhance in a sense where you're taking accountability for your actions, for your life. Because this can even trickle down into you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting different and nothing change. And what they say, like, that is the definition of insanity. So, people, please take accountability. Look within yourself, self reflect. Try to understand you, understand your good and your bad ways, see what can be changed. If it's truly you, of course, nonetheless, regardless of all that I have said in this video, you have to be true to yourself, right? Because if you're not true to yourself, there's no point. It's pointless. It's not genuine. But, you know, just people, just to be honest, take accountability in life. Take accountability, because this is definitely the window to change, and the window to change is a blossoming individual, right? All right, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 1,000. Please definitely leave a comment, engage with me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other, topics that you yourself would like to talk about, to touch on. I will definitely go over it. I will definitely look into it, and you'll have those videos coming soon. So once again, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you so much for being here. That's Lovable Styles, and I'm out.